So there's a former WNBA player who caught a lot of heat from people on Twitter today when she made this statement about NBA or WNBA guards being full court press. And she claimed that it's not really a compliment. It's really about the scouting report where the defense is trying to say that they don't like pressure or contact. Okay, I can agree to some extent. They're slow or can't dribble. Well, a lot of point guards and shooting guards have to dribble the ball because if they can't handle it or get to their spots, then they're not going to make it that very far in the league, right? You got to have some type of ball handling ability. And to act like this isn't in reference to Caitlin Clark is really questionable because she did say in another tweet that everyone wants to talk about Caitlin Clark, and I didn't even try to insinuate in reference to Caitlin Clark, but I think she did. As you see, she is getting completely ratioed here, and when it comes to Caitlin Clark and the pressure that the defense puts on her, they do that because if they sag off her and give her the ability to create off the dribble, play make, and get to her spots, she's going to destroy people all day long. She has shown in her 2-year career that she can get by the best of the best. Yes, I understand she averages 5 turnovers, but you have to realize she handles a lot of the responsibility on the offense where she has to play make. She's got to score for herself. There's a lot of things going on. It's only her second season. And I understand her efficiency hasn't been that good lately. You can say that's because of the injuries, playing with new teammates, and also just not playing well, but I expect that to turn around. And I just don't get why people on Twitter who used to be ball players acting like they know ball. And I'm not saying she doesn't, but it's just a bad look here. Yeah, and I agree here. You don't guard a bad player full court. You sag off them. Pressing is for stars. Exactly. And if you don't do this, yep, she will tear you apart. We know that Caitlin Clark will destroy her and destroy opponents. So I don't understand the part about being slow because that I'm confused with. A lot of guards have speed and quickness. And if you are sagging off and they have the ability to get by you, then maybe you want to bother them with some physicality. I know there are some slow guards. I just don't quite get that part. But yeah, it's just insane. The new influx of fans to WNBA are very basketball literate. I said this is all BS. And this is another good point here. Hear me out. They want to make that player as uncomfortable as possible to get the ball out of their hands and make someone else handle it. Which begs the question, why would they want to get the ball out of their hands? Because if Caitlin Clark is able to get to where she wants, then you're not stopping her. And like she showed in the All-Star game, this is a highlight from last year. Kelsey Plum was trying to get up in her business, and it's all competition. I'm for it. They understand if Caitlin Clark gets space, if she's able to run offense without a lot of ball pressure, then she's going to have the ability to play, make, and do everything else. And as you see, they tried a full court pressure, and she ran a beautiful play and got a good look to I believe that was Aaliyah Boston. So she's got a point to an extent. However, this is crazy. I don't know her too well, but it's just the statement's insane to me, and it doesn't make any sense at all. And doing that to the 9th best guard according to players in the league screams insecurity and fear. You as a player should know this. And man, she is getting destroyed. Now, I don't subscribe to this. I wouldn't call somebody that. But man, people are really not impressed. So as you can see here, look at this right here. She generates 45% of the offense. 38.3 points are generated from Caitlin Clark. That is ridiculous. So, of course, teams want to slow that down and make somebody else make choices for the Fever because she generates a lot of shots. Obviously, her shooting ability is insane. And she brought up Steph Curry, and she had a point about the physicality, but people still press up on Steph Curry today. Like, they still do that right now. They want to guard him as soon as he crosses half court. Like, what are we doing here? And I agree with this person, just say you don't like Caitlin Clark. And they just don't understand how it works. Maybe you don't watch enough basketball. I don't know. But Curry, as soon as he crosses half court, players are watching him. That is the scouting report on Curry. Curry is just an unbelievable shooter, and he can score from any part of the court. So to act like he doesn't get ball pressure is insane. Like, he did struggle with physicality, but he got stronger. So I understand that part. But yeah, as you can see here, she got upset about what I think she took it down. I thought she said something. There it is. Yeah, she and She says here, I didn't say anybody's name in this tweet, and yet people are in my mentions talking about Caitlin Clark. LL, y'all gotta go touch grass or go sit on someone's couch and work this all out. Thing is, people are open to share their opinions. And if you don't like that, then don't get on social media. It's just part of the, what happens here. It's the internet. So you're gonna get ratioed. Again, this lady's on point. If the shoe fits, it squeaks. You described a very specific defensive tactic that clearly applies to Caitlin Clark. Then act as surprised when people connected the dots. If you didn't mean her, maybe clarify instead of gaslighting everyone who understood the context. Exactly. They did understand. They know what these people are trying to do. Well said. Yeah, I understand people attacking her, calling her that word. I don't agree with that. Calling her dumb. I don't think that's a good way of going to that. But she's trying to double down, and now she's trying to backtrack. But you're gaslighting folks, and it is a compliment to a player where the defense is scouting a specific point guard, where if you have them run in transition and you have them freely moving the ball around or getting to their spots, Caitlin Clark is going to destroy you. That's a compliment of her getting full court press. Other players who get all that attention, like I've seen in the NBA, like Luka Doncic, people will try to double him at times because they want to get the ball out of his hands. Because if he has the ball and he's generating offense for teammates or getting his own shots, it causes a lot of problems. And if you're full court pressing guys, you want to slow them down. Not because of just, they don't like pressure or contact. Some players don't mind that. They can still dribble the ball in a full court press setting. And it's just insane to me how the old WNBA media is just continuing to dig themselves a hole, and they just don't make sense. Even old players, they aren't really adapting and really embracing some of the players out there. But you wonder why the WNBA can be a joke sometimes. And we know Caitlin Clark is going to bounce back. I do believe so. The efficiency will get better, and we'll see a better version of her coming out the second half of the season. They just won the WNBA Cup tonight without her, so shout out to them. I did check out the score. I saw something on ESPN with it. It said that the Lynx dominated the Fever, and there was like a minute left in the fourth quarter, and they finally updated it right after the game. It's absolutely hilarious if you didn't see that. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I'd love to hear your thoughts about what Kelsey Bones Smith had to say about players who are being full court press, and she claimed that it's not a compliment to them. Do you agree or disagree with that statement? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.